Now back to Making a Difference, only here on V81 Radio, South Manila. We'll be
And now we're back. Welcome again to Making a Difference. For this episode, I invited a youth organization called 1 Million Lights. Now, they provide solar powered lights to the different communities here in the Philippines. Just before the break, I interviewed the country director and the marketing communications officer about what they do, like the process, and um, they also talked about their volunteers, their different chapters, and how you guys, the viewers, could volunteer. So now for this segment, our last segment, I want to call on everybody again. I have this one question to ask you guys. Like it's the Miss Universe question of the day. Hi everyone, welcome back. All right. So the Miss Universe question of the day, maybe you guys could share your experience as a volunteer or as someone who works for 1 Million Lights. Maybe you can share like your personal insight and your personal experience with the different communities you've been to. Maybe we could start with Mark since he is the co-founder. So what's your story, Mark?
I was really hoping I'd go somewhere in the middle, or
Sorry, you're the co-founder.
yeah. I guess it's good that I go first though, so that I don't have to live up to the expectations that Rafi will set afterwards. Anyway, so I guess I've gone full circle in terms of experiences with the organization. When we first started, we were really just a small group trying to do almost everything, and I guess from the very beginning after our first project, we realized that what we were bringing as an organization wasn't just the idea of light into communities, but on the flip side, helping volunteers and other people in schools or other friends realize that they could also do a similar thing. It might sound cheesy, but one thing that I really loved about the organization and still love about the organization is the ability to really empower people to really take up projects and do things themselves also. When people would ask us before, how can we volunteer? One thing that we'd always tell people is just what do you want to do? Whatever you want to do, we'll give you all the resources to do it. You need the legal backing, you need a bank account that can receive donations, you need people that can help find communities. It was more of like what I really like about this journey is being able to empower others in our local communities, be it our local volunteers in the communities or the people who plan these projects with us, and coming up with these designs and helping them figure what they can do next is really fulfilling. And that's something that I'm hoping to continue doing also moving forward.
Yeah. Thanks for sharing, Mark. How about Rafi, Mr. Executive Director?
So yeah, I think kind of building on what Mark said a while ago, it's really that idea of empowering other people. And I think I just wanted to share a quick story on one of the favorite ways we've empowered actually our volunteers. And it's the story of how the ISM chapter actually started out. It's about 3 years ago when these two kids, they were in high school, second year at that time, they reached out saying, hey, can we join one project? And I remember thinking, okay, yeah, sure. Like they can join us, help with the project, and that's going to be it. I wasn't even sure what else they would do afterwards. After that project, they found it like so fulfilling that they got their whole barkada on board. And seeing them do all of this kind of reminded me of like what Mark and I and everyone else in OML during the early days were doing. This bunch of high school kids really wanting to make that difference in a way that's more sustainable, in a way that's more impactful to the communities they touch. And the video that we shared a while ago during that break was actually made by that group of volunteers. And the thing that I love most about that was it was about last year when they reached out and said that, hey, they submitted that film to an international competition. It was actually to the UN in New York, and they said that they won first place. So
Wait,
it's
sorry, this
really,
is the video that was shown a while ago, right?
yes, during the break.
Oh,
Yeah. So as in that same video, on our part, like they built everything. They fundraised for that project. They organized that project. They built up this whole like documentary style video, and they submitted it. And yeah, they won first place. Along with that, like they got to fly to New York. Like that was fully funded by the UN. Presented what we were doing in 1 Million Lights there, and that's when I realized that, hey, that's what 1 Million Lights is all about. We empower other people, whether it's our communities, which is kind of straightforward because we're giving solar power, or even our volunteers, where we're empowering them to do much more or to achieve their full potential.
Yeah. That's great to hear. Congrats to them, by the way, for winning that award. I mean, that's something big, you know. That's something they'll bring because they're just high school, right? So they're gonna bring that on throughout their life, and it's amazing. You guys are really making a difference. See, you guys are perfect for the show. How about Paulina? Maybe you could share a story.
So for me, I'm just really proud of this organization and what we're able to do. Like One Light is able to do so much for family. I think for me, my favorite story is we were in Carnaza Island in Cebu, and we were there just for one night. But going there and going back, I think took like 8 hours total. We were like stranded in the airport for the longest time, but I was able to talk to like this young girl in the community, and she was saying, thank you so much for this light because she really she's a high school student, and she said, we're trying to do our best to like write papers, to do research, but we don't have the light for that. And by giving a light, they're able to like really work harder, work more at night, and I realized, like light is so much more than light. It's opening opportunities, and I'm glad also that this NGO is a platform for young people such as myself, such as our high school volunteers. You really don't have to, wait until you're like at the top of your career. You don't have to wait till you're like 40 years old to, make a big difference. So I'm just really glad to be part of this organization and to do more.
Thank you for sharing. I know that that's really a nice story to hear. You know, kids, because for me, I mean, education is really, really important growing up. So for them to say that, you know, it's just great to hear that you guys are helping them out. Thanks for sharing, Paulina. And how about Sari? Do you have something to share?
I think one of the most memorable experiences I've had with 1 Million Lights is the distributions where we go so deep into the province, and all of those nights we camp out on the ground in clubhouses with no electricity, no heating, no lighting, under the rain, all the long road trips, and the hour-long boat rides, just to get to a community and meet all these people that we may not see again for a very long time. But then the culmination of all that hard work and people coming out, we have a lot of beneficiaries who, when we go to a community, because when we go to a certain community, not all of the people live nearby. Sometimes they hike 3 to 4 hours just to reach the distribution itself where we're holding it, and seeing the lengths that they would go to get a solar light just breaks my heart and inspires all our volunteers to keep working harder, keep going at it. And I stay for all of the things that 1 Million Lights can be, because it has so much potential as an NGO, and with the networks that we have, with the volunteers who show up, really anything is possible. And I can't wait to see this NGO grow even more.
Thank you, Sari. You know, I'm also excited for you guys. It's been 10 years and you guys are doing really well. So what more in the years to come. So thank you guys for sharing your personal experiences. I actually want to read a few comments before we end the show. Maybe we could show a few from Gladys Rosario. Okay, that's my tita. Hi, tita. Such a great initiative. Thank you for making us aware of 1 million lights. Yes, it's really a great initiative. It's something different. Maybe you can read another comment. Oh, there's a question. To Paulina, where was that? Which airport? Thanks.
So this was the Cebu airport, the
Mhm.
Mactan International. So that was a crazy night.
Okay.
Our 1 hour supposedly to get home was like we were delayed. I think 2 3 hours. We got on
Yeah.
the plane and then they made us go back down pa, and then
Oh,
we had to go back on like after another hour delay. So we got home so late. We had to
yeah.
work the next day, but it was worth
Oh,
it.
Worth. I'm sure. I'm sure everything, all that was worth it. All right. Monica Fernandez Ocampo, Berna Romulo Puyat, you may know any community that they can help. Yeah, if you guys again know any community that they could help, please let us know. Message 1 million lights. Maybe one more comment. Yeah, do we have one more comment? I know we have. Can we show one more comment? Okay. From this is your fan. This is your fan, Mark. Ay, guwapo, Mark. So guwapo. Ay, nako, Mark. Okay, guys,
that's so
Mark
funny.
actually, Mark's a friend of mine. He used to be my neighbor till he left. So he left me. He moved up. No, I'm kidding. He just moved like,
Still always here,
I don't know, same village, but okay. That's how I know 1 million lights. But again, thank you guys so much. Maybe you have um a few words to say, or maybe you guys have like a special shout out to someone. Go ahead. Again, we can start with Mr. Co-founder Mark. Any last words for the viewers?
Yeah. Wow. You said only one Miss Universe question. So I guess like for me in terms of last words, it's just like thanks for having us again, Erica, for all of this. If I had one message to people, it's really just that like age is really not a barrier to make a change. It
Mhm.
thus it My experience is that it makes it harder at the beginning, but generally when you're able to overcome the first few parts, it becomes a really strong force that allows you to do more. And also to not be afraid of like partnering with as many people or different groups of people, because collectively we can do so much more versus just like trying to do our own initiatives by ourselves.
Great. Thanks for that, Mark. I hope the viewers watching take that into heart. Mark's he how can I describe Mark? Mark is a very
I'm
good.
scared to hear what you're gonna say.
Is your mom watching? You imagine your mom was watching a while ago. Hi, tita. Shout out to hi, tita. Okay, how about Rafi? Any last words? Special shout out?
So yeah, once again, like for anybody who wants to volunteer or reach out, like feel free to reach out to 1 Million Lights Philippines through Facebook. We have an Instagram now, and we can like yeah, feel free to reach out. We'd be happy to see how we could work together. And I also wanted to do a shout out to my girlfriend Andrea Yu.
Oh my
She's actually throughout the break, she's been messaging me,
Oh,
very supportive. So thanks.
so cute. Okay, wait. Kinilig ako, hearts. Hi, Andrea.
Hi, Andrea.
Okay, so wait, sorry, just to clarify, like this organization is just in the Philippines, right? So far. I mean, maybe you guys have plans. Do you guys have plans on like expanding maybe?
So I
Definitely.
think actually Mark can take this one because we are looking to kind of expand in other countries. In particular, we wanted to focus on Southeast Asia first. So anything to
Okay,
try.
yeah,
Yeah,
great.
we have a lot of surprises in the coming months,
Ooh,
years.
surprises. I
Maybe
like. Okay, I like
hopefully meet us
surprises.
again soon.
All right, thank you. How about Paulina?
So I just want to say thank you also to you, Erica, for inviting us to give us a chance to talk about what we do. Yeah, and thank you for everyone who's here to listen to us today. If you want to help out, just shoot us a message on Facebook or Instagram.
Mm.
And yeah, make a difference. I just want to say hi also to my parents. I didn't send them the link, but they're watching.
Hi, Tito. Hi, Tita. Nice to meet you guys. All right. How about Sari?
I just also want to thank you, Erica, for having us here today. It's always such a pleasure to talk about our cause and our story and to invite more people to join our organization. And I'd like to give a shout out to my parents for always letting me go on the distributions when I disappear for specific time in places
Yeah.
without signal, electricity. It's I appreciate the parental sacrifices they made for me.
Yeah, super shout out to our parents. Okay, I know my parents are watching. Mom, dad, I'm gonna volunteer. So there's no signal daw. Just FYI, when I volunteer, it's okay. Nandyan naman si Mark, I guess. All
Yeah,
right.
hopefully.
So thank you guys so much. I mean, I appreciate you guys coming to my show. I know we're all kind of bummed out right now because given the ECQ and all that. Wait, hold on, Mark, you're in Singapore now, right?
Yeah, I'm in Singapore now.
Okay, so just for everyone's FYI, Mark is in Singapore. He works there, so this is actually really great. I This whole setup, we can still talk to you Singapore than the rest in the
Yeah.
Philippines. So
Actually,
anyway,
what's super
yeah.
interesting is with 1 million lights,
Mhm.
Paulina is her only full-time employee, and she's been just carrying the entire organization.
Oh my God.
And all of us are just here to see wherever she needs help in. But like, we're just very lucky to have Paulina on board. Um,
Nice,
Everyone
Paulina.
is so much. But
so Rafi and I both have full-time jobs outside
Mhm.
1 million lights. Sari
Yeah.
is in med school right
Wow.
now. So like we're all like doing different things also.
Right. Yeah. I mean, there you go. I mean, you guys could do anything that you want to do. Like, just because you have a full-time job, that doesn't mean you don't have time to like volunteer and all that. Like, I'm totally with you guys that that is exactly what I do. So for the viewers out there, see, it's all about the balance, you guys. If you want to volunteer, again, if your heart is in the right place, go volunteer for 1 million lights. Hit them up on Facebook, message them, and go volunteer. So thanks again, you guys, for accepting my invitation to join this show. You guys are definitely making a difference. I am not joking. What you do is amazing. So thank you guys so much. I hope to see you guys and meet you guys personally. Mark, take care over there in Singapore. I'll see you guys soon, okay? Thanks,
See you
guys.
soon. Thank you so
Thanks,
much.
Yeah.
Erica.
Thank you so much.
All right, so that concludes the show. Again, 1 million lights, you guys. They are, I mean, you saw what they do. It's just so amazing that young people could actually come up with ideas just like 1 million lights. It started off as a whole barkada thing in high school. One summer, they wanted to do something different. Look at where they're at right now, 10 years later, and they're still doing really great. So just before I go, just a few announcements. We have two more shows later tonight. We have one at 6 p.m. That is, sorry, Madame Venus at your service at 6 p.m. And then we have another one, 9 p.m. That is Saturday Night Love with DJ Robbie. So if you guys want, if you're not really doing anything, tune in to V81 Radio. We're on Facebook. We have our own YouTube page. And speaking of social media, please like us on V81 Radio. We're on Facebook and we're also on Instagram. We're constant there as well. So like us on V81 Radio and follow us on Instagram. Making a Difference is also on Facebook. Like the page, you'll get more updates there. Eventually, we'll become more interactive. So just feel free to like and message us and watch our episodes. So there you have it. Thank you guys for tuning in today. I'll see you guys next Saturday. Take care always. Please stay safe and stay indoors. Bye, guys.
The program for the millennials that will showcase young professionals' worth, aspirations, and successes in doing what they believe is right, progressive, and inclusive. Making a difference. Making a difference. Join them as they discover the path to self and societal fulfillment while making a difference. Hosted by empowered and cool millennial Erica Mizon. Together with her cool millennials, they will be making a difference every Saturday, 3 p.m. Philippine time. Only here on V81 Radio, South Manila. Tunog Pinoy, Tatak Pinoy, the future of radio. This is your all hits, all Pinoy internet radio station. This is V81 Radio Worldwide.
Ito ang paborito ng bawat Pilipino. Basta all hits, all Pinoy, panalo. Merong kwentong iyakan at tawanan. Kahit nasaan ka man ito'y mapapakinggan. Oh, V81 Radio, V81 Radio. Ito ang radio mo, ito ang radio ko. V81 Radio, V81 Radio. Dahil mahal namin kayo. V81 Radio, V81 Radio. Para sa inyo ito, V81 Radio.